Hello everybody, welcome to this wonderful reading. This is an all signs reading for the end of July 31st of 2024. This reading is provided by for everything that's going to go. I'm going to go from Aries right through Pisces, and this is how it seems to be. So, this is what's going on, and I know that this is just how the reading goes. Give it a like, give it a comment, and enjoy, because the way of knowing what to do, you have to know exactly what it seems to be, and knowing that this is just a general reading. I know that this is going to be a very good, interesting reading, but enjoy it, because, this is the way of how it looks, it's the way of how to be satisfied and guaranteed, and what have you. And this is just the way it goes, because in one way or another, everything can be shifted, and whenever things go a little bit on the sideways part, you have to acknowledge that in one way or another. It's the way of knowing what to do, and it's basically how it seems to be, because you have to look at it from a different way, a different angle, a different perception. This is how it goes, because this is the way it seems to be, and knowing that this is just how it's going to go in one way or another. Okay, so you have to look at yourself and say, I need to understand about how things are, and am I doing a good job. It's the way of looking at it from a different way, and you have to do things on your own way of how it goes in one way or another. And everything can happen in a split second, and energies do change as they go along. Your emotions, your feelings, your who's bothering you. There are things that you're trying to remember and believe in your own self. And it's the way of knowing what to do. So I know that this is just a wonderful reading, but understand that this is just the way it goes. Because you have to believe on how things are, and you see it as a wonderful feeling, and it's a good way of knowing what to do. So the further ado, this is how it seems to be, and knowing that this is just how a general reading is, because in one way or another, it's basically how it seems to be, knowing that this is just how the reading goes, and understand that. So think about this as it goes along, and see how it remains. Is the way of how it goes, and this to see what's going on. So this is going to be the start of the reading, and boost relationships through teamwork and compromise. Eclipse in Aries collaboration. Let's start with you, shall we? Because this is just the way it goes, and this is the way it seems to be. Knowing that this is just a general reading is the way of knowing what to do. So understand that this is it. This is what it seems to be. So I hope that this reading helps you, and I hope that this is just how it is. This is just an all-sign reading. Everybody's going to enjoy it, and I hope it seems to be. So remember about it, and this is how it goes. Okay. So understand that if I'm okay and my voice is okay, that's fine. But don't criticize my voice, because I don't like it, and this is what it seems to be. So let's get started. Alright, so for you, Aries, you have the Devil that's reversed, you have the Ten of Swords reversed, and you have the Seven of Cups is upright. Yeah, there are things that you're trying to understand as the way of how it goes. It's the way of knowing what to do. It's the way of, seeing it as a wonderful picture. But there are things that you're trying to remember, and there are things that you're trying to understand. But as it goes along, it's the way of how it seems to be. And there are ways that you're trying to remember and try to do things on your own. So let's see. So you have the Seven of Pentacles is upright, because you could be thinking about your career. Right, so you could be dealing with another Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. The Six of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. And you have the star that's upright. Yeah, because you're going to wish upon something in one way or another. So this is kind of like an interesting reading. Let's just see what's going on. The Wheel of Fortune reverse. Yeah, because you're having bad luck on your side. Having bad luck is kind of like not a very good way of knowing what to do. I'm just going to clarify that card. Let's see for you, Aries. The Chariot is upright. Yeah, because there's progress. Yeah, see, you're going to have progress to understand what's going on, because you have to believe on what you're looking for, and in the way of society, you understand what's going on, right? Because you think that everything's fine, everything's, gradually, everything is okay. But hear me out. This is just a general reading, and it seems to be very interesting. So I hope that this reading helps you, and enjoy, okay? Right, next one. Next one is shine brightly like the star you are. Eclipse in Leo, compassion. So let's start with that. Let's see what's going on. Eight of Wands is upright. Queen of Cups is upright. Wow. And the Knight of Cups is upright. Reverse means that you are like still in a relationship. It's the way of how it goes. But circumstances are the way it goes. It's the way of knowing what to do, Leo. There are times where you're trying to remember about how you can do it. You have to know that this is just the way it goes, but you have to understand it, because it's the belief about how it goes in one way or another. Everything is kind of good, but you have to look at it from a different way. Everything kind of, how it is, but everything is like a split second. And you have to understand that, okay? So let's see. Yeah, so you have the King of Swords reverse. Interesting. The Knight of Swords is upright. Interesting. And you have the Nine of Swords reverse. Interesting. So you could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, there's something that was going on in this situation. So let's see. The Knight of Pentacles reversed because there's no trust. Interesting. There's something that was lying to you. Knight of Swords is upright. Yeah, because there's drama. Yeah. And then you have the King of Pentacles upright because there's security. So you're having drama and you're having security, but there was a way about telling a lie, and you're not telling the truth. There was something that was very bad about that. It's very distinguished of how it is. It's basically suspicious, right? And this is how it seems to be. So let's see what's else to that card, please. The Chariot reverse is there's no progress. Obviously, there's no progress. Let's see about that as well. Wheel of Fortune is upright because you're having good luck on your side. Yeah, because you're going to turn that way about where you're going to have good luck on your side. But whenever things are kind of going sideways in that way, you have to know exactly what it seems to be. This is just the way goes, but you have to believe about how things are, you know, and you think that everything's fine, everything's all peachy, everything is all great, but then things are changing, bit by bit, day by day, week by week, month by month, and year by year. Everything changes for a reason, and in that reason, this is what it seems to be. Okay? So you never know what's going on. Just believe that you got this. Okay, Leo? Just believe about that. Next one. Success after a setback. Eclipse in Sagittarius growth. Let's see what's going on for you. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so now Swords is reversed. The High Priestess is reversed. And there's Judgment that's reversed. Interesting. Yeah, see? There's something that was happening in this situation for you, Sagittarius. Because, you know, you think that everything is all great. But then you think, okay, well, everything seems to be not. You know, you think that everything's all terrible. And you don't know what to do. And you know, you think that everything is all fine, but then everything like changes for a reason, and in that reason is the way of how logical it is, because you think, okay, everything's fine, everything's all great, you know, and you think that, okay, everything's kind of interesting. So I'm going to see what's going on for you, Sagittarius. I just want to see it. So let's see. The King of Cups is upright, so you could be dealing with another, you know, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. The Three of Cups is upright. Interesting about it. Interesting. And you have the Six of Wands is upright because your celebration on something. You know, everything is kind of okay in this situation. You think that everything's fine, everything's dandy, but then you think, okay, well, everything is not fine. The Three of Cups is upright because you could be maybe celebration on something. You're celebrating because there are things that you are, you know, understanding what's going on, and you know, you think that everything's fine. But then you think about it, you think about how everything is, right? You think that everything is all crystal clear, you know, because you think that everything is good, right? But not necessarily, because everything can switch. So let's see what the universe is saying. Let's see. Okay, so you have the Hangman reversed because there's no stillness. Yeah, because there's no restrictions. Three of Swords is upright because there's heartbreak. So you could be maybe feeling sad about something. There was something that was very toxic. Maybe you don't want to do it anymore. The Four of Swords is upright because there's recuperation. Yeah, because you could be resting on something. You know, I hate to tell you this, Sagittarius, but you need to pay attention to how everything is, okay? Like, I'm going to clarify this Hangman card, as I'm going to. you have this Ten of Cups reversed because there's no completion. Yeah, because everything is basically, you know, very well, incomplete, right? And this is how it goes. Let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, the High Priestess here is because there's no inner voice. Yeah, see, when you have no inner voice here, and you have no inner voice here, there's something that was very interesting because you need to speak up, right? Because you're not being heard. It's like there was something that was dramatizing you, and you think, okay, well, I don't know what to do, you know. And the Fool is upright because there's change. Yeah, because you're going to change as it goes along. You're going to change as where you're going to have changing your heartbreak, change the recuperation when you get a chance to. You're going to change that. You're going to think that, okay, well, everything's fine. And, you know, you have to believe about it. You have to believe how things are in order to do that. You know, because, yes, there are times where you can understand it. You can understand about how this reading is. But in one way or another, that's how it is. Okay? So you do exactly what you're going to do, and you will understand that. Okay, says here, it's just believe in yourself. You can do it as long as it needs to. All right. Next one. Scale mountains to gain a sense of achievement. Moon Capricorn. Accomplishment. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Judgment is upright. Oh wow, the Four of Wands reversed. Interesting. And the Eight of Pentacles is upright. Okay, so this is interesting for you, Capricorn. You have the Judgment because you could, having taken action on something. The Four of Wands is reversed, means you could be, you know, you're not married, you could be single. Maybe you're not, you know, in that perspective way. The Eight of Pentacles is upright because you are into a performance. Maybe you're performing something. Maybe you think that there was something that was very, not dramatizing, but the way of how it goes. So let's see. Let me clarify this. Yeah, the Nine of Swords is upright. Yeah, because there could be drama. Maybe you're in that way of maybe you don't know what to do, right? The Six of Swords is upright because you could be maybe a working man. Maybe you're going to say, all right, well, I might be doing whatever I want to do. And the Two of Swords reversed because you already know exactly which direction you're going to take already. So I can understand that this is just the reading goes, but, you know, it's the way of knowing what to do. Because, you know, life is a turnaround point, but in some way and somehow it would be. Because it's the way of having that way of knowing what to do. So let's see. The Moon card is upright because there's misinterpretation. Yeah, because there could be like, you know, illusions. Maybe you're going to have illusions in some way or somehow. The Fool reversed because there's no change. Not at the moment, because you know where you are. The high priest is upright because you're using your inner voice. That's how it seems to be for that. But I'm going to clarify this card here. Yeah, the Ten of Cups upright because there's completion. Yeah, everything is all completed, right? So you could be dealing with another Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. But in one way or another, that's just how it seems to be. This is just the way it goes in one way or another. You know, think about how things are in one way or another, and you look at that, right? You look at how things are in one way or another, but you have to believe in your own self. You know, it's the way of knowing what to do. It's the way of knowing how it is. Because I'm going to give you a oracle card on what it says for you. It says the horse, trust your feelings. You know, this is how it is. You're going to trust your feelings. You're going to trust your feelings where you're going to have that completion, misrotation. Like, you know, you're going to have the way of having that ability to understand about, you know, illusions. You have your inner voice. You know, you do whatever you want to do. You know, this is pure pressure. And understand that. Because it's the way of knowing what to do. Okay? Like, I'm just saying what I'm saying. Alright? On to the next one. Choose duties and responsibilities carefully. Eclipse in Virgo, reorganization. Interesting. Let's see what a Virgo is. Let's see. So the Five of Wands is upright. Father the Magician is upright. Any of the Nine of Swords is upright. Wow, look at this. See, Virgo, I really understand that there was something that was happening to you. The Five of Wands represents chaos. Like, you're having chaos. You're not happy. For the Magician, you're saying that there was something that was going, you know, up above, in between how it was. You know, you could be having a good day, and maybe you're having a bad day. That's just how it was. The Nine of Swords is upright because you could be feeling hurt. Maybe you need to understand what things are. You think that there was a way of knowing what to do, and you think that everything was all, you know, how it was. So I can understand this. I can understand that this is just the way it goes, because this is just, you know, how everything is. So I'm going to clarify. And I'm going to clarify this because I want to see it. And let's see. Yeah, see, the Six of Swords is reversed because you're not working. You know, there was something that was happening in that situation, right? The Nine of Swords reversed. Yeah, see, there was something that was happening in that situation in one way or another. And yeah, the Two of Swords is upright. Yeah, because you don't know which direction you're going to take, left or right. You know, so you could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But in one way or another, you are deciding about what's going on because you think that everything was fine. But then you think to yourself, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know how I can do whatever I want to do. There are things that you're trying to remember and trying to let go of. and you think that everything was fine, but then you think to yourself, no, I don't know what to do, right? And this is what the reading is. So, this is the way it goes, because you have to think to yourself and say, well, what should I do now, right? And you think, okay, I don't know what to do. So let's see. Yeah, the Eight of Wands is upright because there's speed. Yeah, because you're going to have speed, because you're going to do exactly what you're going to do. The Lover's upright because there's decisions. See, you're going to have decisions. You know exactly what you're going to do, but then you're going to have that speed, right? And then you have the Queen of Cups reversed because there's no empathy. You're not going to look at two sides of a different of a story here. You're not going to look at that yet, but in time, this is a way of knowing what to do. Let me clarify that. The Three of Pentacles upright, yeah, because there's excitement, yeah, because you're feeling excited, because you know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to have that speed. You're going to be the lovers. You're going to say, wow, I guess I don't know what to do. And if I'm picking Scorpio, or if I'm maybe in love with Scorpio, or a Virgo does what that, in the way of how it goes. It's the way of knowing what to do, but you have to believe in your own self. And I'm just going to do you another oracle card because I want to see what you would say, and I'll read it to you. The hummingbird is cheer up. That's what you're going to do. You're going to cheer up. You're going to cheer up because you're going to have that speed. You're going to cheer up because you have the lovers, because you're in love with that way. You could be being a secret lover, or you have that way of having a crush on somebody, and then you're going to keep watching them until they get to the whole entire point, and then you're feeling excited because you know exactly what's going on, and tell you the truth, like, this is just a reading, but it does make sense. In order to do it, it's the way of knowing what to do, and this is what it seems to be, Virgo. So understand that, okay? You got this. Next one. Personal growth, Moon and Taurus, self-esteem. Alright. Don't know why we have another. I think I'll put that somewhere. Okay. Alright, so we have Taurus. Alright, I just said that, right? Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see what's going on. Three of Wands is upright, followed by the Six of Wands is upright, and yet the Ten of Wands is upright. Look at that, Taurus. You're doing well. You have communication. You could be getting gifts. Maybe you are doing whatever you want to do. So this is like you could be dealing with another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. There are ways of knowing what to do. But in that note, it's like there are ways that you have to understand that in one way or another. Okay? So I understand how everything goes, but this is just the way of how this reading is. You know, it's the way of knowing what to do. So let's see. Yeah, the Hangman is reversed because there's no restrictions. Not at the moment, but you have to understand that. The Moon reversed because there's no interpretation, there's no, illusions. And the Page of Wands reversed because there was something that was happening in that situation. So I can understand that. I can understand about how things are in one way or another. It's the way of knowing what to do. Because at the back of this, you have the Nine of Pentacles is reversed because there's no comfort. So I'm going to put that there. The Six of Cups reversed because there's no past. No, obviously there's not. But then you have the Five of Cups is upright because there's grief. Yeah, see, it's the way of knowing what to do. It's the way of knowing what to understand. But I'm going to say about how it was for you. So let's see. The Three of Pentacles reversed because there's no excitement. That's interesting. The Queen of Cups is upright because there's empathy. Yeah, because you're seeing both sides of a situation, both sides of a story here. So I can understand that. The Lovers is reversed because there's no decisions. No, because you could be already have somebody. You're looking for that way of how it was. The Wands reversed because there's no speed. Nothing yet. Yeah, nothing. There's no speed. What's else to that card, please? The five of Pentacles upright because there's insecurity. Yeah, see, this is the way of knowing what to do. Because, if you're seeing both sides of a situation, even that there's, the way of knowing what to do, you have to understand, right? You have to understand about how everything is, right? Because you have to believe about your own self, knowing what to do, And there are times where this is the way it goes. You think that everything's fine, everything's all great, everything's all understandable and whatever it is, right? And you look at this and you think, okay, everything is like a beautiful picture. It's the way of knowing what to do, but this is what it seems to be, okay? So everything will change for a reason, okay? So you have to look at that. Next one. Your inner wild child awakens. Moon, Aquarius, free spirit. Let's see. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Wands is upright. Ten of Wands reversed. Interesting. Okay. I understand this. But is there a way of knowing what to do in this situation? You could be dealing with another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So let's see. The Lovers is upright. Okay, so you could be in love with somebody. You're gonna find somebody, maybe. The Justice is reversed. Because it's not balanced. The Two of Wands is upright because you're planning on something. Alright. What's the point about that? King of Cups reversed because there's no support. Obviously there's no support because there's no balance. But then you have the Ten of Pentacles upright because there's wealth. Yeah, I'll put it over here because you have to understand that. Okay? So what does the universe is saying for you? Let's see. The Five of Pentacles reversed because there's no insecurity. Nothing. The Wands is upright good because there's speed. Yeah, okay, I understand that. Alright. And the Lover is upright because there's decisions. Yes, it's the way of knowing what to do. It's a way of understanding because, you know, you're having that belief system of knowing what to do. You know, it's the way of knowing what to do in one way or another. It's the way. Because you're looking at this and you think, okay, everything's fine. But then you think, wait, everything is not fine. Everything is not. So let's see what this Oracle card says for you. Elephant, you can overcome any problem. That's how it is, right? Because, you know, it's the way of knowing what to do. Because if you have decisions, if you have wealth, if you have speed, everything will go into exactly how it is. Everything is going to line up together, and you know exactly what you can do. Because it does say what the elephant is saying. You can overcome any problem. That's all you can do. Okay? So this is what it seems to be. This is just a general reading, but this is what it's going to be, how it is. Okay? Because you look at it and you think, everything is all great. Okay? Just understand that. Next one. Should I stay or go? Moon and Gemini. Indecision. Let's see. Here we go. King of Cups is upright. The Five of Wands reversed. Interesting. And the Queen of Swords reversed. Okay, so it's interesting that the Five of Wands reversed means that you don't have any chaos. Not yet. But it's the way of knowing what to do. It's the way of trying to figure things out in one way or another. If you think to yourself, alright, well, I got this, and you think, no, I'm not, I don't know what to do. Well, let me see what the universe is saying. The Magician is reversed. Interesting. The Ten of Wands reversed. And you have the World that's reversed because there's something that was incompletion. Yeah, see, there was something that was happening in that situation because you think, okay, everything's fine and dandy, what have you. And then you think, wait, everything is not. No, it's not. Because you think, okay, well, I don't know what to do. Well, it's like, this is what the universe is saying, but one way or another, everything is kind of like how everything was. So let's see. The world is upright because there is completion. Yes, there is completion because there was something that was incomplete here, you know. The Knight of Swords reversed because there's no drama. Not yet, but, you know, give it time. There could be something that's going to be happening. The King of Pentacles reversed because there's no security. No. There isn't. But see, here's the thing. You have no completion, but then you have completion. So something was incomplete, something was complete. You know, so it's like there was something that was not very good, but one way or another there could be something that was happening in that situation. You know, because you think that everything was fine. The Knight of Wands reversed because there's no immaturity. No, you're actually being like, you know, where you have, you know, matured enough in one way or another, but then everything is not, you know. And the Two of Pentacles reversed because there's no balance. Not at the moment, because you have to believe about that in one way or another. Because the universe is saying the Magician is reversed because there's no skill. No, there's no skill because, you know, it's the way of how it goes. You probably had skill, but then you don't. The Two of Cups reversed because there's no relationships. Obviously there isn't, but this is what it seems to be. But you have the Four of Wands reversed because there's no celebration. Not yet, you know. But then you have the Three of Wands is upright because there's communication. And then you have the Tower upright because there's transformation. Yeah, see, it's the way it goes. Because it's the way of how you can look at it from a different way, Gemini. Because you're looking at it from how things are. You think that everything is all great and dandy and what have you, and you think that everything was fine, but then you look at it and say, alright, well, I got this. I know what I'm going to do. This is what the way it is. This is what's going on. Okay? So understand that. Okay? Next one. Bring peace to your life and your relationships with Flores. Moon in Libra, love. We're almost done with this reading. With this all sign reading, by the way. Let's see. The Hierophant is upright. Five of Swords reversed. And the Two of Wands reversed. So it means that you're not planning on something, right? Because you already planned on something. Five of Swords reversed means that you're not having conflict yet. Not in one way or another. The Hierophant is upright because you are healing on something. You know, it's the way of knowing what to do. But you know, in that state of mind, everything will shift. You know, everything is going to be very interesting of how it goes. You know, this is just how it seems to be in one way or another. So let's see. Yeah, so you have the Three of Cups reversed. Interesting, because you're not into like a third party in one way or another. the Hierophant reversed because there was something that was happening, because you could be healing, you could be not healing. And the King of Cups reversed. Interesting. So there was something that was happening in this situation. And you have to know about how it was in one way or another. Because the universe does not lie. No, it doesn't. So I'm kind of telling you what was happening. So let's see. The Eight of Wands reversed because there's no speed. No, there isn't. The Ten of Pentacles reversed because there's no wealth. Nope. And the King of Cups is upright because there's support. Yeah. See how you King of Cups reversed because you don't have no support? Now you do have support. So do you see that? Yeah, you do. So this is what the reading is so far. Because you have the Four of Swords is upright because there's recuperation. Yes, that's how it is for you. And you have the Three of Swords is upright because there's heartbreak. Obviously, there is a way of knowing what to do. So you could be dealing with another Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You could be dealing with another Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So this is just how it goes along. But in one way or another, this is just the way it goes. And this is just how it seems to be. It's the way of honoring about what's going on, and you have to see that. You have to think about how everything is, you think about how everything is going to be okay, and you have to understand that. Because in this reading it does make sense, but you have to, in order to understand about how things are, you have to put things into perspective. Okay? That's how it is. So you will do exactly what you're told to do, Libra, but understand that, okay? Next one. A sensitive introspective phase, Moon and Cancer, belonging. Let's see what's going on for you, Cancer. Okay, Cups reversed. Four of Wands is upright. And the Nine of Swords reversed. Wow. See? You have the King of Cups reversed because you don't have no support. Four of Wands is upright because you could be maybe getting married, maybe you're not. But it all depends on that. The Nine of Swords reversed. There was something that was happening. It could be drama, maybe in one way. But this is what it seems to be. So this is just how the reading goes, but in one way or another, it's like saying that everything is all great. But let's see. The Sun is upright, yeah, because you're in positivity. So you could be dealing with another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. The Seven of Cups reversed. Interesting. And you have the Three of Wands reversed because you're not communicating. Not at the moment. But give it time. You could be communicating when you get a chance to. Is the way of knowing what to do. Right? Because you have to believe in your own self. Of how you can do it on your own. So I'm just going to clarify because I need to clarify. I need to. The two of Cups separate because there's relationships. Obviously there is. So I understand that because you're in a positive relationship. I understand that. The Knight of Swords is upright because there's drama. Okay, obviously there might be, but that's how it is. And the Tower reversed because there's no transformation. Not yet, but in a way of how it goes. So you can have relationships because you're staying positive. Having drama is like, you don't want that in your life, but in one way or another, everything is the way of how it goes, in one way or another. So I understand this. I understand that. The Knight of Wands reversed because there's no immaturity. No, there's no immaturity. The Magician is reversed because there's no skill. No. Right. And the Four of Wands reversed because there's no celebrations. Not yet. But then the Three of Wands is upright because there's communication. Yeah, see, this is the way it goes. You're going to give yourself some time to understand that, because in one way or another you have to think to yourself and say, am I doing this okay? You know, and everything's fine, but you have to look at it from a different way, okay? Because you have to know exactly what you're going to do, and this is how it is. If you want to communicate, have communication, have relationships, stay positive. If you have drama, you keep it to yourself, you know, and this is what it is, right? It's the drama that is the way of how it goes, but you have to do exactly what you're told to do, you know. It's the way of knowing what to do, but, you know, you have to understand that, okay? Because that's the way it goes, okay? Alright, we're almost done. A change in your emotional life. Moon and Scorpio. Transformation. Let's see what's going on for you. Let's see. Let's see. Five of Swords is upright. Two of Wands is upright. And the Two of Swords reversed. Because you already know exactly which direction you're going to take already. But yet the Five of Swords is upright because you're having conflict. And the other Two of Wands is upright because you're planning on something. You know, it's the way of understanding about how it is in one way or another. But you know, you have to face your own desires of knowing what to do, and you think that everybody's, you know, coming to get you, Scorpio, or you don't know what to do, and you don't like this feeling. But you know, you have to think to yourself and say, well, am I doing this correctly? You know, and it's the way of knowing what to do, but you have to remember about how things are in one way or another. So let's see. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, the Three of Wands is upright because you're going to have that communication, right? Because you're going to have that communication to understand that. The sun reverses because you're into a negative situation right now, but in one way everything might pass. Seven of Cups is upright because you're thinking about somebody. You think about how everything was. So I understand that, but you have to believe that you can do things on your own, you know, rather than having somebody to tell you what to do, or you don't know how you can do it. But there is a way of knowing what to do. Seeing is believing, believing is seeing, right? And you have to understand that. So I understand that you're going to understand how it is, and you have to think to yourself and say, all right, what's going on? Okay. Just let's see what the universe is saying. The Judgment reverse because there's no action. Not yet, but one way it could be that. The Queen of Swords reverse because there's no independence. Not yet. And you have the King of Swords reverse because there's no knowledge. Not at the moment, but give it time. Give it time, Scorpio. Because at the bottom of the deck that I'm going to see, the Four of Cups reverse because there's no distraction. Not yet. But, in the way of how it goes, that's how it is. The Two of Wands is upright because you're playing on something, That's how it is, right? And then you have the Star reverse because there's no inspiration. No, nothing yet. Two of Swords is reversed because you know exactly which direction you're going to take. The Sun is upright because you're going to have positivity, right? So you could be dealing with another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. The Seven of Cups is upright because there's delusion. Yeah, because you know how everything was, and you think that everything was all sophisticated, and you think that everything is all the main is dull or something like that. You have to think to yourself, am I doing this right? And you think that everything's fine. But hear me out, Scorpio, hear me out, because this is what it seems to be. And the oracle card that I'm going to say, let's see, is the Bear is stand up for yourself. Yeah, because you're going to stand up for yourself. You're going to stand up for yourself because you're going to stay positive as much as you can. And you have to think to yourself, you have to believe on what's going on. See about how everything is, but one way or another, this is what it seems to be. So you have to stand up for yourself, know what's going on, and this is how it seems to be. Okay? Because this is what's going on. Okay? You got this, Scorpio. You got this. Alright, last one. Serve your higher purpose. Eclipse in Pisces, free will. Let's see. Magician is reversed. The Queen of Pentacles upright. And the Six of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. So in this note, Pisces, you're doing okay. You could be a working person. You could be another with a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So this is very interesting of how it goes. So I'm going to see this as it seems to be. So let's see. The Six of Swords is upright because you could be a working person, right? So you could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Knight of Swords is upright because you might be getting drama in one way or another, in one way or another. And the Two of Swords reversed because you already know exactly what path you're taking. So understand that. It's the way of knowing what to do, but it's the way of seeing your own beliefs, right? Because you think that everything is all great, and you think that everything is all, dandy. So let's see. Let's see what the universe is saying. Three Cups separate good because they're celebrations. I just said that. So you could be celebrating or something. The Page of Pentacles reversed because there's prospects. Interesting. The Hermit is upright because there's solitude. Because you could be finding your soulmate. Maybe you are, maybe you will eventually. But that's very interesting. What's the bottom of that? Queen of Pentacles reversed because there's no stability. Nope. Not what I can think of. Now the Cups reversed because there's no fulfillment. Nope. But then you have the Seven of Swords separated because there's deceit. Interesting. And then you have the Six of Swords is upright because there's movement. Ah, interesting. And you have the Page of Cups is upright because there's loyalty. Yeah, see, I understand that. So you could be having loyalty with your celebrations because that's how the way it goes. You could obviously feeling deceit because you're having deceit about somebody. And then you're having movement because of how it was. So in this progress, you have to understand about how things are in order to, appreciate, this is the way of knowing what to do in one way or another. Because you know what? In one way of how it goes, Pisces, you have to pay attention to it. Everything will switch as it goes along, but you have to pay attention, It's the way of knowing what to do. It's the way of how things are in order to do that, And you think that everything is all fine, but one way or another, everything will do exactly how it is. So I hope that this reading helps you all enjoy this because this is just the way it goes. Understand about how things be and understand how everything is. Everything will be how it is, but you have to remember how it goes. Exactly, because you have to look at week by week, month by month, year by year, day by day, and you look at it from the way of how it is, knowing that you have to appreciate what you're looking for in order to stand that, and you have to put things into perspective in one way or another. So I hope that this all signs reading helps you all understand how it goes, and give it a like, give it a comment if you want, in order to do that. So I hope that this reading helps you understand how it is, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye for now. Really. Bye.